Let's get it. The name is Law Nation Sports. Let's continue to grind to shine. It's the room fill up. Be sure to smash, and I mean just that, smash upon the like button. Share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Cowboys give out draft secrets and more, right? Cowboy Nation, we understand in details plus roster moves and more. Come on. This is what we do, baby. This should not be an element of surprise. But let's go. Yup. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Good afternoon to you all. Thank everybody for tuning in. The draft is right around the corner, and I can't wait for it. Look, when the draft is finally here, then we can know for sure where this team is going, right? Now, granted, we far ahead of what we were last year and the season before that and the season before that. I think we're doing a wonderful job at being at that spot from what we used to, right? Like right now, you know, we normally make like 1 or 2 moves and it'll be real low-hanging fruit stuff. Like we would have had only, y'all said with me, James Washington, right? That would have been the only move that we would have made in the previous years. So now looking back at this roster, we can literally say, yeah, we good. We good with the roster that what it is right now, right? We good with everything that it is, what it is right now. Bring it, we right here. And we ain't going anywhere. You know, so those are the things that we can look at and say, all right, those are improvements. So the Cowboys, and I think only the Cowboys do this, they give out a lot of details, a lot of secrets, a lot of, hey, this is what we're trying to do. This is our perspectives. And they don't have to give it up. What benefit? Why will it benefit anybody? Or who will it benefit anybody? To let everybody know, hey, man, Josh Ball, he going to play some guard. Like, how is that beneficial to you and your organization and franchise? You could have left that out, you know? And then when teams see you, they say, oh, I didn't know this dude could play down inside as guard. But no way. No, that's not what we do. We like to tell everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie, hey, climbing out of the grave, that, hey, this is what we going to do. Now, it's cons and pros with that, right? You know, maybe you just leading into some smoke right there for the opposition, right? You're letting them know that, hey, we're about to do this, we're about to do that. And then when we don't do that, it's an element of surprise. Or when we do that, it's still like, dang, these fools told us exactly what they're going to do. And they did just that. That could be the situation and scenario. Now, the press conference, we got a chance to hear from Stephen Jones. We got a chance to hear from Jerry. And a little bit of Mike McCarthy, who looked like he didn't want to be there. But that's just how it goes. Fans are more surprised. Shout out to you. K-Say, thank you. Shout out to you, Mia, thank you. And if you're on Facebook, be sure to hit that share button and tag a friend. Tagging and sharing is the name of the game on Facebook. So help a brother out with tagging and sharing. Share is to a Cowboy fan if you know one. Mike Mosier, he pretty much got a lot of good notes from the presser. He says the Cowboys have a ton of tackles already on the roster. Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz. Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Terrence Steele, and Matt Waletzko. So it's fascinating to move Joshua Ball to the guard. Well, this also would tell us, too, that when you get around to the draft time, if it's a Osiris Torrance, right? If it's a John Michael Smith, maybe you may look into that aspect of it. I've seen my guy, Coach Marv, he liked Bergeron, right? Matthew Bergeron. You might can go with that. Not in the first round. I don't see him in the first round, but, there's arguments that could be made for that, of getting somebody that you can put at guard. We talked about Steve Avila, right? There's other guys that's down the line that you may look at, like Anton Mafi, right? I know a lot of people like him. So there's a lot of options and a lot of wiggle room that we can do with this, ladies and gentlemen. It's according to the Cowboys on how they operate and how they would move, though, in my opinion. I think that the Cowboys should, dare I say, look at this and say, all right, cool. Let's continue. Let's continue to say, hey, we need to fill in that guard spot, and let's go and find someone else that can help solidify this team. So with that being said, let's move up a little bit further. And they talked about a little bit about the tight end situation and scenario. Who will be the best player available? And if tight end is there, then it'll be hard pressed for them to pass up on this guy, Michael Mayer, right? A lot of us look at this situation and scenario and say, yeah, we good. We don't need a Michael. We got Jake Ferguson. We got Peyton Hendershot. Oh, let's not leave out Sean McEwen. Why don't we just go up here and go BPA and trust the board and know that he should not fall at 26? And if he's there at 26, there's nothing wrong with sliding down a little bit, right? So that you can get somebody to solidify other roles and other situations and scenarios. And the Cowboys, they talked about wide receivers. They talked about running backs as well. So why not? Why not? Don't paint yourself into a corner. Let me know if you are Team Michael Mayer. In the chat, type MM in the chat if you are Team Michael Mayer. Let me know how you guys feel about Michael. If you want the Cowboys to say, hey, rip the Band-Aid off, let's go ahead and draft this guy because he can do X, Y, Z things. Look, Casey says, hell no. That's what HN stand for, no, right? Yes, indeed. MM. I see a few. Yeah, hey, you're alone right now, Casey. No. I got somebody else. Let me see who else. In the chat, MM if you Team Michael, right? Somebody gonna put down, shoot, forget that. I'm Team Cowboys. I'm gonna put Cowboys in chat. But here's my thoughts on this. We shouldn't be punching at the wind if we do fool around with the 26th pick and it goes something like this. With the 26th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Michael Mayer. We should be punching at the wind. No. He's going to be another cog that's in the wheel, right? He's going to be another situation that we can look at. And, of course, let me see. Calvin Watkins says, Mike McCarthy said that Matt Walesko's shoulder has had a great offseason, and Josh Ball will play both guard and tackle. Now, here's my thoughts of hearing it from that aspect. Players should be adjustable, right? We've seen that Connor McGovern started off at right tackle, right guard here. He can play all three, right guard, center, as well as left guard. He got most of his play at left guard. He was a guy that played multiple spots for this team. He's gone now. So cross-training your players, I'm not going to get mad at that. But it looks good to see that we are willing to do that. Stephen Jones on Cowboys, highly valued running back Tony Pollard. Here's my thoughts on this. In the presser, they talked a little bit about the fact that sometimes you may need more than one running back. And they kind of covered themselves by saying that Ezekiel Elliott is outstanding, right? We've seen that. We heard that in the playoff, and we saw with our eyes how the offense stopped moving once Tony Pollard got hurt. And newsflash, they were not using Tony Pollard even in the first place. That was his third run or something like that. But it really messed up the whole entire game plan, in my opinion, because normally the Cowboys' second half team, and not being able to lean on some of the explosiveness from Tony Pollard in the second half really crippled this team. Here's my thoughts from what I can pick up from the presser, that they don't want to revisit that again, that they want to look back at this and say they're going to make sure that they can get multiple guys similar to Tony Pollard or give you some explosiveness like Tony Pollard. And from what I can see on tape of all of the running backs that's coming out of this draft, you got, I think, Bijan Robinson, he's going to be gone. I don't see him being at the 26th spot. And if you guys got that vision to see him there, then explain to me why the Giants passed up on him, right? Explain to me why other teams that need a running back like the Chargers passed up on him, right? Explain to me how other teams literally look at that guy who's supposed to have talent like a LaDainian Tomlinson, right? Like a Adrian Peterson, like an Ezekiel Elliott, like multiple other guys that we are high on, all of a sudden said, you know what, we can get another guy. Now, if that situation and scenario falls right for us, then yeah, you draft. You don't make no hesitations to draft Bijan Robinson. But if it's a situation and scenario that he's not there, ladies and gentlemen, it's nothing wrong for staying true to your board and saying, I'm going to draft me an offensive tackle, a guard. You guys get what I'm saying? But if he's there, then you draft him. That's my thoughts on it. That's my absolute thoughts on it. Now, granted, you may find in the second round as Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet is a three-down back that you would not even ask him to do said three-down things. You would not ask Zach Charbonnet to say, hey, I need for you to be the bell cow here. No, you can go grab a Tajay Spears, right? I see you, Jay Lombardi, a Dwayne McBride in the third round. Hey, who like Kendre Miller? Take. You can go grab a Kendre Miller. Hey, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of you guys are out on smaller backs, but Devon A-Chain, I wish I had multiple clips that I can submit to you guys so I can play them here. But trust me, the dude is explosive. The dude can catch out of the backfield. Hey, I haven't seen a single tape of him being caught from behind. So you got options. Don't paint yourself into that corner, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. So let me see what else they have. Appreciate y'all. Jerry Jones on declining value of drafting a running back. Give me 1 second to look at this again. It is straight up a situation and scenario. Hold on right quick. This right here, Cowboy Nation. The value. We talked about this earlier. That could be the deal. Devaluing of the running backs. We looking at all of this. That's what we talked about Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott. Man, my goodness. All right, so here's what I got right here. Give me about, Beast Mode said Terrell Davis. Charbonnet reminds you of Terrell Davis, no doubt. Here we go right here. Give me 1 second here, Cowboy Nation. We will be right back.
Lao Tzu says, free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestation.